Good morning, everybody, and welcome to News Channel 5 Plus. Chaos on campus. One person is dead. 3 were injured after a shooting overnight on the main campus at Tennessee State University.
Investigators believe it all started over a dice game. Let's get straight to Matthew Torres near the crime scene.
Matthew, good morning. Any update now on the victims? We had told us earlier that it looked like they were all getting out of the hospital.
Yeah, so there were 3 female students who were injured in the process of this gunfire. 2 of them were sent to Vanderbilt. We've learned, according to a source, that they have already been released from the hospital. As far as that 3rd victim, she was only grazed by the bullet. But still, nonetheless, this was a very scary situation. It all happened just behind me at the courtyard before 11 o'clock last night. And according to Metro Police, that several people, I guess this was over a dice game. The person who was shot and killed was a 19-year-old man who was not a student. And we've actually heard from TSU officials this morning who is saying that that person was in an argument and got into a fight with another man who isn't a TSU student. Obviously, that took a very horrible turn when the fight would then lead to shots fired. And Metro Police say that several shots were fired. People were around this, but Metro Police are really emphasizing this morning, stressing the fact that this was an isolated incident.
No other students on the campus were or are in danger. There were no issues, we believe, having to do with dormitories. This was confined to this outdoor courtyard area outside the Floyd building.
Now, we've been out here since 2 o'clock this morning, and as you can see, the scene has already cleared out. Don Aaron from Metro Police said that several students actually shot cell phone videos of the incident. They were able to review some of them, but they're really urging others who have cell phone videos to contact police this morning. That number is 615-74-CRIME. And of course, continue to follow our Twitter accounts, Facebook, and our website, newschannel5.com. We have the latest information that we have gathered so far. We are reporting live. I'm Matthew Torres, News Channel 5.
And just to reiterate what Matthew just said, we'll continue to update you throughout the day as we get new details. Again, look for updates on Facebook, Twitter, and newschannel5.com.
All right, it is now 7:02 here on the Plus, and changing weather.
It is, and it's the weekend. Let's check in with Leland.
Weekend is just about here. Right now in Nashville, skies are fair this morning. This is Sky 5 Live as they make their way to the airport now. They're about to land on the west side of town. And right now, just as you look out, there's some passing mid and high clouds, but we will see a good dose of sunshine this morning. You can see a bit of that sunshine on the edge of our sky cam right now in Nashville, where it is currently now 51 degrees out at Nashville International. Satellite and radar, we are all quiet for the morning hours. Later in the day, temperatures warming up. Here in Nashville, we'll make our way to a high this afternoon, right around 81 by 3 p.m. Overall high 82. More weather coming up in a moment, but right now, just about 7:04. Dave is here with 5 Live Traffic.
Been a really busy morning on the roads, Leland. This is a problem for folks coming up from the southeast on I-24 westbound. Right lane blocked here at the on-ramp at Hickory Hollow Parkway due to a crash with injuries, and so that's bogging things down. About a 62-minute drive up I-24 from Murfreesboro to Nashville right now. Now have 2 crashes coming out of Madison down I-65. One is just past Old Hickory Boulevard. That's on the right shoulder. This one's sort of under Briley Parkway there. You can see an 18-wheeler is involved in that one. They've gotten as far to the right as they can get there, but it's getting to be 40 minutes coming down from Hendersonville toward the Nashville area on the north side of town. And we still have the blockage from the fire. This fire that's been battled since a little after 3 o'clock this morning at Lafayette and First Avenue right here. And so they've had that stretch of Lafayette Street shut down. That, of course, is Murfreesboro Pike when you come in from the southeast side of town, from about Charles Davis Boulevard into the interstate junction right there. So a lot of folks jumping over and using either 2nd Avenue, Nolensville Pike, 8th Avenue, Franklin Pike, or using the interstate. You see the slowing there on I-24 westbound coming into the South Loop right there. A whole bunch of traffic coming in there. Just got a report of a crash on I-24 over at 440 as well. Those are the 2 we talked about up on I-65. Injury crash on Bonifaire and in the residential area over in Hermitage, and there's the crash down on the southeast side on I-24 there. We pull it back and show you. Those are our slowest areas. Very good traffic flow, generally speaking, from Franklin or Bellevue in from the south from the west, from Clarksville or Hopkinsville in from the northwest. That one doesn't slow down till you get into the junction there with I-65 on the north side of town. So it's about 62 minutes in from Clarksville right now. But a busy morning, busy weekend. Fast Fix 8 Weekend 7 starts tonight at 8 o'clock. Not only will the South Loop be shut down, Charlotte Avenue will also be blocked all weekend long between 16th Avenue and 11th Avenue. Think about that one. That's 5 Live traffic. 7:05 right now. Steve and Amy have the news.
All right, Dave, thank you.
More breaking news right now. Flames have consumed a business near downtown this morning.
Pretty dramatic scene around 4 o'clock when it first kicked off. Fire and smoke could be seen for miles. News Channel 5's Cuthbert Langley, as you see, live on the scene this morning in Cuthbert. What's the latest? They've got this thing under control yet?
Steve, yes, it appears they have finally gotten this fire under control nearly 3 hours after the first call went out. Let me step out and show you what it looks like right here. This is the intersection of 1st Avenue South and Lafayette Street. You can still see a couple of ladder trucks continuing to basically pummel this building with water. For some perspective here, this is about 4,000 gallons of water a minute you're seeing being dumped on this building, according to crews on the scene here. The roof has collapsed. I believe we have some Sky 5 video from earlier just to give you a glimpse of just how large this fire was and how big the response was. The fire, like I said, was called out around 3:30 this morning. Crews believe it started in a second floor office, but of course they really haven't been able to get inside yet to really see what the cause could be. This is a look from earlier in the morning from our Sky Cam. Originally, when they first got out here, firefighters were inside of the building, but the flames got too out of control, too hot for crews, so they had to pull everybody back out. It was a good thing they did that because just a short time after that, the roof collapsed. We spoke with the district fire chief out here who says his crews have had their work cut out for them this morning.
When the roof collapsed, it's not safe. We pulled everybody away from the outside of the building except for on the front of the building.
So, of course, there are a lot of supplies, a lot of materials inside of this building. This is an ironworks warehouse. So, of course, there's a lot of things in there that are probably flammable that really did not help firefighters this morning. But again, about 3.5 hours after that call went out, most of the fire appears to be under control. This area, though, will be shut down until at least 8 o'clock this morning. But at this point, it appears it's going to go much later than that. We're live in South Nashville. Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5.
Cuthbert, thank you. We're also following some breaking news in South Nashville. A man found shot and killed outside of an elementary school. Police say a maintenance employee found the body just before midnight in the parking lot at Glengarry Elementary School. That's on Finley Drive. The name of the victim is not yet known. So far, no arrests have been made. Some developing news in North Nashville. A killer is still on the run. Right now, details pretty limited. We're told an older man was shot several times on Jefferson and 16th Avenue North. It was around 7 last night. That man went to the hospital but did not survive. If you saw anything about that shooting, call Crime Stoppers at 615-74-CRIME.
Nearly 48 hours after a man was found stabbed to death in Clarksville, the suspected killer is now behind bars. Kentucky State Police arrested Rodney Brown in Olmsted, just south of Russellville, Kentucky, Wednesday. Investigators say he stabbed Stephen Jones to death on Cherry Tree Drive Monday. Brown is charged with criminal homicide. He has since been transferred to the Montgomery County Jail.
We're waiting for more information now about a bad crash that happened overnight on I-24 westbound. It was near exit 4 up in Clarksville. Troopers say a couple of motorcycles were involved. It's unclear how many people may have been injured. We'll keep updating this story for you.
Curbing crashes, that's the idea behind a new traffic signal hitting part of the mid-state today. While you were sleeping, crews installed a 4-arrow left turn signal at Hillsborough Road and Fieldstone Parkway in Franklin. When it's flashing a yellow arrow and traffic is clear, you're allowed to make a left turn.
Research has shown that this will help to reduce left turn crashes by approximately about 20%, and it's very predictable and understandable to the majority of road drivers.
The city already has one of the lights on Mallory Station Road. And don't forget, the South Loop of I-40 will once again be closed this weekend for part of the Fast Fix 8 project. Crews will be working on the Charlotte Avenue bridges. Work starts at 8 tonight.